everybody. I am joined today by Chelsea Marks, one of the market partners that I work with in this business. And we are hopping on to just debunk like all of these crazy ass rumors that we deal with all the time and just assumptions and all of that, right?
We get it all the time. And honestly, I'd so much rather just like air it out than to have everybody have these worries that they don't need to have, at least with our company,
Exactly.
right? We can only really speak
Absolutely.
for who we work for, but yeah, let's get into it.
All right, so we're gonna get real and raw and just talk about all the good shit that everybody kind of wants to know, right? So the first question, we did a little questionnaire and we asked people to basically send us in their assumptions about what we do or what held them back or what's still holding them back. So network marketing is a pyramid scheme. How many times have we heard that?
So many.
How many times did we say that before joining?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. So obviously I do like crazy research whenever I'm like super into something. My boyfriend makes fun of me all the time because like I will literally know like front, back, sideways, whatever, like about a topic. And this is obviously something that I've been doing for 2.5 years now. I love it. I'm obsessed, but this question comes up a lot. And so obviously I had to research a lot of it and kind of understand, like, first of all, what is a pyramid scheme? I hadn't really even heard of that before joining, except just kind of what people were talking about in terms of like MLMs. So a pyramid scheme is a where you are taking money from people without any sort of product whatsoever. So right off the bat, we have an amazing product, anti-aging hair, skin. It's great. We are the number one hair care company in the United States, and our skincare line, which launched in September of 2019, is now being featured in magazines like Vogue. Okay. So obviously our product is good. It works. It's real. There's proven results, all of that good stuff. I think a lot of people say, oh, you can't make money unless you just sign people on. That's also not true. Again, going back to our products, they are so good, they will sell themselves. That's a huge part of our business. If you're not actually selling the product, chances are you're not going to succeed, right? You need to be selling the products. And there's also a part of this that is building out your business, teaching other people how to utilize their social media, right? The time that they spend on that, how to start an at-home based business, right? Whether it starts as a side hustle, whether you want it to be a full-time job, whatever it may be. So in terms of pyramid scheme, that's really not something that can be said about our company because our products are good. There's no exchanging of money or funds for nothing, right? And then there's two parts of this business: really promoting our product and sharing it, and then also sharing the opportunity that we have to give to people.
Yeah, and I think like the biggest bottom line is like pyramid schemes are illegal. Like we couldn't
Mm-hmm.
have a pyramid scheme. We would have been caught a long time ago if that was the case. And I think also like what people associate with pyramid scheme is that you can't make as much money as the person that signed you up. Like you're stuck underneath them, right?
Yes, so
So
that
I
is one
think
of them, that it's what that a question that we got was only people at the top make money.
yeah, and I think that we're the perfect people actually to talk about this because Allie signed me up 2.5 years ago. We've been in this she signed me on pretty much right after, or a couple of months after she joined. And that was something that I asked, and that was something that we get asked a lot is, well, like, am I even ever going to be able to catch up with you? The answer is like what you put in, you get out of it. So like if you want to make a side hustle, then you make side money. If you want to hustle to do this full time like we do, then no. Like Allie and I, we're the same promotional rank at the moment. We both work our asses off, and so we're the same rank. And I think that that's like a huge thing that people are worried about. Like you're not stuck under anybody, and you can make just as much money, if not more, than the
Not
person that's
more.
signing on. How many
Yeah.
times have you seen that?
Absolutely. There are people on my team who bring in a larger income than me, who have ranked up higher than me in this business. And I don't look at that as like, oh, I look at that and I'm cheering them on and I'm rooting for them, surpass me, go run with this. I'm a big believer that like everyone has their timing in this business, right? So the time that you spend and work your business and your personal development and expanding your team and expanding your social network and all of those different things all will add to that paycheck. You get out of this whatever you put into this. The beauty of this is you're not sitting down and working a 9 to 5 where many times you have a set salary. If you want to make a lot of money, you can work as hard as you possibly want. If you want this to be a side hustle, you can work it at night, on the weekends if you want, here and there. It doesn't have to be this crazy committed thing that you have in your life. It really is whatever you want it to be.
For sure. Totally
What else
agree.
did
Hit us
we
with the
get?
next one.
Um, it's hard. Oh, it's a get rich scheme. I wanted to talk about this because I always say, like, listen, I wouldn't hesitate at a get rich scheme, like get rich tomorrow. That sounds amazing. Many times it's not true and it usually never lasts, right? The work that we do, this is actually the longest job I've ever had in terms of work, which is actually really crazy. I guess besides my spin job, but that's a part-time job.
Same with me, honestly.
Isn't that crazy? And it's also the
Yeah.
hardest work. It's the hardest
Mhm.
work I've ever done, but in the best way possible. I mean, I have grown so much personally. My bank account has grown so much. I looked at my like chart, like they have a chart thing, and it's always just gone up, 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 up. At my last job, it stayed exactly the same, like there wasn't room to go up no matter how long I would stay at work after hours, no matter how much time I put in on the weekends. Like that was just going to stay just like that. This business goes up and up and up, but it doesn't shoot up overnight. Like you put your time, your energy and effort into it and it will reward you financially. But it isn't like you're not going to wake up tomorrow and be like, oh my gosh, like I have all this money in my bank account. And if that was the case, that would be sketchy. Okay.
For sure. And I was actually talking to somebody about this yesterday. You're talking about like your job before this and how it stayed the same. And it was the same for me as well. And yesterday I was actually on the phone with a girl that was interested in joining this opportunity. And she was asking the same thing, like, well, do the people at the top only make the money and blah, blah, blah. And it just brought me back to like corporate world where it's like, well, no, like to me, that sounds like a corporate job. You're never going to make as much as a CEO. You're never going to make CEO money. You're going to maybe get one raise a year. Maybe it's going to be good. Maybe it's not. Maybe you're going to feel appreciated for the work you're putting in. Maybe you're not. So I think that something like this, it's so great because you can make CEO money and our compensation is built to produce millionaires. Like if that's how you're working the business and you're willing to put in the long term, like for me, I was like, I'm never going to make 6 figures.
Right.
Like, so I'm willing to put in the work for a couple of years to make 6 figures doing this because I know that I wouldn't have ever made 6 figures doing what I was doing before.
And many times in a lot of traditional jobs as well, it takes years and years and years and years to get that 6 figure rate. For
You're
me,
by that time, you're like retiring because you're old.
yeah, exactly. So again, it's just your hard work is a really true testament of the financial gain that you can have with this opportunity. Um, People go into debt. That's an interesting one. I want you to kind of touch upon that.
Yeah. So a lot of the time people are like, well, like I've heard about these things and I'm just going to have to put in all my money. And I actually remember when I was on the phone with you asking that same question because when I started this, I was literally living paycheck to paycheck and I really had no business starting anything new. So I was like, I want to make sure this isn't something where I'm going to be dumping money into it monthly before I'm even like making a profit. And you guys, like this is not the case with our company. I know that some other companies do require you to make like a certain amount of purchases a month or a quarter or whatever it is. I'm not really sure. Neither one of us have ever worked for another network marketing company,
I
but
haven't, no, yeah.
yeah, you do not have to, you make a one-time investment to start your business. It's tens of thousands of dollars cheaper if you were going to go and open your own business, literally doing anything else. it's a one-time thing. So like if you never wanted to purchase product again, like you would never have to. You're going to be in love with the products and you're probably are going to, but there's not a requirement like to stay active with the company. There's no
Right.
like hidden fees that you're going to get hit
Right.
with. And I
And
think that that's
the company wants you to succeed so much so that they give you a 30-day full money back guarantee. So if you get the products and you either say, meh, these aren't for me, or I really don't think I can do this, or promote them or make my money back, they give you 30 days to decide that. And for me, again, going back to what Chelsea said, I was like, I did not have the money to spend on a product pack kit, right? I really was like one of those people like, why do I have to invest in this if like, you know, I'm working this, you know, it didn't make much sense to me at the time. Now it makes like a lot of sense. But back then it really didn't. And I banked on that 30-day money back guarantee. Like if I didn't like these products, goodbye. Or like if I really didn't think I was going to be able to make my money back and succeed, actually not even succeed, just make my money back, I was going to send them back. So they do give you that like little window to make it very, very risk free.
literally so risk free. And not a lot of people know this, or maybe like whoever doesn't know me that is going to be watching this. I've been that person that's run an online business and has bought inventory in bulk. And I think that this is just such a smart business model because it cuts the overhead. You're not having to worry about, oh my gosh, I have to buy all these products and then I have to figure out how I'm going to get rid of them and I have to ship them. And like, this is direct sales. This is like the smartest business model out there. And it's because it is low risk. It's very minimal money for what you will be making back. But of course, you would have to buy a product. How are you going to ask anybody to buy anything from you that you're not willing to buy yourself? And I think that
Right.
back to what you said about when we started, like why do we have to buy anything to start? You are becoming your own business owner. Every business owner makes investments. You're making an investment into yourself, and that's what's really going to pay off in the end.
For sure. And it also puts a little pressure on you. It's like, hey, I just spent X amount of money on products. Like, I'm going to get to work here. You know, I
Yeah,
like that part of that.
me
I
too.
really do. Like, anytime I'm going to invest in something, I'm going to work it, you know?
Yep.
All right. The last one I wanted to go over, let me see, is it's hard to sell without being spammy. This was like my number one concern above all else is like, oh my gosh, I have seen so many people like do MLMs and had to unfollow them because it was so annoying. Like the way they would just screenshot these products and put them out there, I felt like, you know, like why, like what do
Or
I
it's
like want to
dust all
be
over
this
their
person for?
feed.
Horrible, like to die, like literally die.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
That was one of my biggest things too. And I remember again when I got on the phone with you, I was like, if you people think I'm gonna be posting pictures of products all over my feed, like you are so wrong. I worked so hard to make it a cute thing and blah blah blah. But one of the other things that you really said to me was like, Chelsea, you're already making an effort into your social media. So like let's just like make money together. Like you're doing this for free. Like what's up? So I think that that's like a huge thing is that you can be yourself. It's 2020. You can literally be yourself, build a brand, being yourself, and make an income doing so. Like, how cool is that? That we live in a time where we can do that. It's not about the products, it's about who you are, how you use them. We're doing the same thing as every other influencer is doing, which is just sharing what they love. It's not spammy. I've never messaged anybody to buy these products. And like you said before, going back, like they really do sell themselves, you know?
Absolutely. They do. And I mean, I am going to like a restaurant, I'm taking a picture of a drink and then tagging the restaurant, right? Like I'm already kind of quote unquote like promoting for these little places. Granted, they don't ask me to, like, let me not get that twisted. It's just me doing that. But so many times people are like, oh my gosh, that place looks so cool. Like I have to go there next time I'm in New York. Or maybe it's a workout class and an instructor that I loved. I'll post about that and people be like, oh my gosh, like I need to try that class. It's the same thing with these products. It's super organic. And for anyone that's like, oh, well, I've never done this before, that's honestly even better. It's not like you're hopping around from MLM to MLM to MLM. Like you're going to come out of here, out of the gates, being very authentic and real and genuine with what you're posting about. I think for me, that was like something I'm like, well, who's going to like trust my opinion, you know, with hair care? I have no background in it. I have no background in this business. people buy from people. I'm a big believer in that. At the end of the day, someone could just go on to our any website, right, and buy products. They want to buy from you. They want to support you. They want to watch your journey. So if you're willing in this way to put yourself out there, if you're watching this right now, I genuinely believe it's for a reason. We may not know it yet, but like you're probably going to find out very quickly once you do join this business. I know for me that was the case, like this community of women and just the support and the good vibes and the energy. My whole life changed in 2.5 years, which is kind of like crazy to look back and think of that, but it's true. And if you're just willing to kind of put yourself out there, you just never know what the next step could be or what could happen. So
Yeah, I think too, what's important to say is you're everybody is so afraid to be that girl or that guy that's doing this type of thing. And it's like, you don't have to worry about that because we're never gonna ask you to be somebody you're not. You're just gonna continue doing what you're doing, and we're going to show you how to monetize your Instagram and or your Facebook, whatever social media platform you're on. It's 2020. I really do feel that I wouldn't be on social media anymore if I wasn't making an income, because we don't really realize how much time and energy we are putting on there. And I really do think that everybody should be making money from social media in these days, and we can, which is so cool. It's just an opportunity that other generations just never had before us. So I think we're really fortunate.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
run with it, run with the opportunity. And if you guys have any more questions, always feel free to reach out to us and we would be happy to answer them and kind of just get a feel for what your needs are with this business and what you want to get out of it and how we can implement it into your schedule, your life, your work, all that good stuff.
For sure.
All
Thanks,
righty.
guys,
Bye,
for
everybody.
watching.